Alright guys, so this is problem 19 in the 2018 AMC Test A, alright? AMC 10 Test A. Alright, and so let's start reading. A number a number M is randomly selected from the set 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. And a number N is randomly selected from 1999, 2000, 2001, all the way to 2018. What is the probability that m to the n has a units digit of 1? Alright? And so when we're trying to find a units digit of a very large power, alright, just remember, all that really matters is this units digit right here, the base units digit, alright? And let me tell you why. Because if I wanted to find, let's say, 11 squared, for example, right? Well, I would know automatically that the units digit would be 1, right? Because the units digit right here, 1 squared, is going to be 1. So if I actually did it for you, alright, let's erase that out. It'd be 121, and 1 would be our units digit, right? So basically, all that really matters is this units digit, because you're multiplying that units digit, or you're powering that units digit to the n power here, okay? Alright, so now let's get into the meat of the problem, okay? Alright, so now we have all of these. Alright, so we're gonna see the probability. If I were to raise 13 to a power, right? So 13 to the first power, well, the units digit would be here. The units digit would be 3, right? Because 13 is just 13. If I did 13 squared, the units digit for that would be 9, right? Because 3 squared right here is 9. If I did 13 to the third power, right? The units digit would be 7, right? Because 3 squared, or 3 to the third power is 27. Units digit of that is 7. If I did 13 to the fourth power, I would get a units digit of 1, right? Because 27 to the fourth power, or 3 to the fourth power is 81, and the units digit of that is 1. Alright, and so we see every single time we raise 13 to any fourth power, for example, raise to 4, 8, 12, which these are fourth powers, right? Because 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, and so on, right? So every single time we raise 13 to a fourth power, we get a 1, a units digit of 1. So we can divide we can see which one of these numbers in this set right here, which numbers in this set is a factor of 4. Well, we have 2000. We have 2004. Oh, that's more than 2004, 2008, 2012. Geez, I'm writing more than I need to. 2012, 2016, and that's it, alright? So we have 1, 2, 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we're 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, alright? I'm having trouble counting right now. And, alright, so we list these two, alright? So we have a 5 out of 20 chance when we have the number 13, and what is it here? And we know that it's a 5 out of 20 because there are 20 numbers in this set right here. So 5 out of 20 chance when we have the number 13. All right, and so let's look at the number. Let's look at 17 actually. We have the number 17, so we have 17 right here. When we raise it to the first power, units digit is 7. When we raise it to the second power, the units digit is 9, right? Raise 17 to the second power, units digit is 9, right? Because 17 squared is 289, so that's a 9 right there. When we raise 17 to the third power, our units digit is going to be a 3, right? Because a 29 or 289, when you have a 7 and a 9 going at each other, then you get a 3. Alright, 17 to the fourth power. Well, 17 to the fourth power, the units digit is going to be 1, right? Because 7 right here times a 3 units digit as well is going to have a 1. So we also see here, when we raise 17 to a fourth power, just like we did with 13, we'd get a units digit of 1, right? So there's also a 5 out of 20 chance when we when we what is that? When we have the number 17. All right. And so what's next? Well, if we have the number 19, right? Let's try out 19 right here. 19, we raise 19 to the first power, we have none. And we raise it to the second power, well, we have a 1, right? Because 19 squared, what is 19 squared? Let me try to do that in my head. It is, what is 19 squared? 361. Alright, yeah, 19 squared is 361, and that is a 1. So each time we raise 19 to any even power, that is a, what is it? That's going to be a 1, right? So any even power. So what are all of our even numbers in here? We have 2000, 2002, alright, so 2002, 2004, 2006, 2008, 2012, just listing our even numbers here. Or I mean 2008, 2010, 2012, 2014, and then 2016, and then 2018 also. So how many numbers is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means we have a 1/2 chance of getting an even number, or getting a unit digit of 1 when we have the number 19. And what about this number 11 right here? Well, any number we raise, if we raised 11 to any power, well, we'd get the number 1 at the end, because we're just multiplying 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and we'd get 1 as a unit digit, right? So 1 out of 1 chance, we'd get 11. And we know 15, if we tried out 15, well, the only thing we'd get is 5 at the end of that, right? Because 15 times 15 is 225. 225 times 15 again is, that is 3,375. Then we're just going to keep getting 5s at the end, alright? So that wouldn't work out. So we have this right here. We have 13 and 17, 5 out of 20. We have 19, 1/2 chance. We have 11 is a full chance, right? So 13 out of 7, that is 2 elements out of 5 elements here, right? And so let's multiply 2 out of 5 times 5 out of 20, which is just 1/4. So 2 out of 5 times 1/4 is equal to 2 out of 20, alright? 2 out of 20, that's our first one, right? 2 out of 20 is the probability that we will get either 13 or 17 and 5 out of 20 of 5 of these numbers right here. So 220. And then we have 19. Well, 19 is just 1 out of these 5 elements. So 1 out of 5 times 1/2. 1/2 is any of these even numbers. Equals 1/10, or you can say 2 out of 20 again. And 2 out of 20 is also the probability that we will receive a 19 from this and one of these even numbers from this. Alright, so 2 out of 20. And then this last one here, well, we have a 1/5 probability of getting 11, so 1/5. And we have a 100% chance of, when we have 11 to any power, that will be a 1. So it's just 1/5, or we can call that 4 out of 20. 4 out of 20. And so let's add up. We have 4 out of 20 plus 2 out of 20 plus 2 out of 20, which is going to be 8 out of 20. And 8 out of 20 is the same thing as 2/5. And this is going to be our answer right here. Alright? And so if that was a little confusing to you, I highly recommend you rewatch some of that video. But this is actually a fairly simple problem if you think about it. All you need to do is list out the probabilities for each case and you'll get your answer. And there we go, that's how you solve it.